Kuzu Zangpo, welcome to Bhutan e-learning project. I am Mishi Chodin. I will be taking you all through maths lesson for Key Stage 4, that is for classes 9 and 10. Today we will be learning on the topic application of trigonometry. So before we begin with today's lesson, let's revise on the concept of basic trigonometric ratios. What are the trigonometric ratios? We already know that the concept of trigonometric ratios is based on right angle triangle. So in this figure, we will consider angle Y and then define the trig ratios. So when we consider angle Y, the vertical side length is opposite, horizontal side length is adjacent, and the longest side in the triangle is hypotenuse. And the angle formed between opposite and adjacent is 90 degree. So the first trig ratio is sine. So sine Y is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Next is cos. Cos Y would be equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. And third primary trig ratio is tan. Tan Y would be equals to opposite over adjacent. And the other three trig ratios, that is the reciprocal of the primary trig ratios, are cosec Y, which is equals to 1 over sine Y, sec Y, which is 1 over cos Y, and cot Y, which is 1 over tan Y. Now, in this lesson, you should be able to calculate side lengths and angles using the concept of trigonometric ratios. Then next, you should be able to state the meaning of angle of elevation and an angle of depression. And finally, you should be able to solve problems related to angle of elevation and angle of depression. Now let's discuss some of the problems related to calculating side lengths and angles. So here we have problem 1. So let's read problem 1 together. A tree is 6.2 meter tall. It casts shadow that is 13.4 meter long. At what angle do the rays from the sun meet the top of the tree? So to understand better, we can represent the given situation in a diagram form. So we have a tree which is 6.2 meter long and it casts shadow on the ground which is 13.4 meter long. And what are we asked to find here? We are asked to find the angle formed with the top of the tree and the rays of the sun, where rays of the sun would be the hypotenuse in the diagram. So which trig ratio can we apply to find the angle? We can use tan ratio since we know the opposite and adjacent. The known information here is opposite and adjacent. So we can use tan ratio. So let's keep the angle as x since it is unknown information. So we will create an equation using tan ratio, which is tan x equals to opposite over adjacent, which is tan x equals to 13.4 over 6.2. So in the next step we get tan x equals to 2.16 and the value of x would be tan inverse 2.16. So you can use your calculator to get the angle, which we get as 65.2 degree. So hence the angle formed by the rays of the sun and the tree is 65.2 degree. So problem 2, we have a ladder leaning against a wall forms a 25 degree angle with the wall at the top of the ladder. If the ladder reaches 2.8 meter up the wall, how long is the ladder? You can represent the situation using a diagram. So we have the ground and a wall which is 2.8 meter and a ladder is leaned against the wall and the angle formed between the wall and the ladder is 25 degree. So in the diagram we see that ladder is the hypotenuse. So we are asked to find the length of the ladder. Now using the given information, which trig ratio can we apply? So the best ratio to use here would be cos. Since we know the angle and the adjacent side, you can use cos ratio to calculate the length of the ladder. So, our equation would be cos 25 equals to 2.8 over x. So, using calculator, the value of cos 25 would be around 0.9. So, 0.9 x equals to 2.8 and we get x as 3.1. So, the length of the ladder is around 3.1 meter. Again, let's look at another problem, that's problem 3. For safety reasons, the maximum angle at which a wheelchair ramp can be sloped is 5 degrees. Could a ramp with a slope of 1/7 be used for a wheelchair? So again, let's draw a ramp here. I'm sure you know what is ramp. Where do we see ramp? Usually ramps are mostly seen in the hospital areas. So here we are asked to find whether a ramp with a slope 1/7 can be used for wheelchair or not. So the given slope is equals to 1/7 and you already have the concept of slope. Slope is equals to rise over run. So when we draw a ramp, the rise is 1 unit and run is 7 units. And the angle formed with the ground is x. So we'll keep it as x since it is the unknown information. So again, looking at the diagram, which trig ratio can we use? So we know the adjacent and opposite considering angle x. So which trig ratio can we use? We can use tan ratio. So our equation would be tan x equals to 1/7, where x is equals to tan inverse 0.142, which gives us x equals to 8.1 degree. So 8.1 degree is quite high compared to 5 degree. For this reason, we cannot use a ramp with slope 1/7. So we have discussed 3 problems related to calculating side lengths and angles. Hope it is clear. Now let's do some practice questions. Let's read the questions together. Question 1. A 5-meter long ladder leaning against a vertical wall makes an angle of 65 degrees with the ground. Part A. How high on the wall does the ladder reach? Part B. How far is the foot of the ladder from the wall? Part C. What angle does the ladder make with the wall? So this is question 1, which I expect you all to solve it on your own. Then question 2. A ladder is safest when it forms an angle of 60 degree to 75 degree with the ground. Part A. If you are using an 8-meter ladder, what are the minimum and maximum distances you should place it from the wall? Part B. Is the ladder closer to wall when the angle is 60 degree or when it is 75 degree? So I want you all to practice these 2 questions based on the topic calculating side lengths and angles. Now let's move on with our next topic, that is angle of depression and angle of elevation. So to understand the concept of angle of elevation, we will take help of a figure. So if you look at the figure, we see a person looking at a plane which is flying, and when the person looks up, there is a angle formed between the line of sight and a horizontal along the level of the eye. So that angle is called angle of elevation. In other words, angle of elevation is related to whenever we look at an object which is located higher to us. So to look at an object which is located higher than us, we have to look up. So that is when the angle of elevation is formed. That's another way to remember. Elevate means to look up. Now using the same figure, you can calculate the height at which the plane is flying above the ground if some of the informations are provided. So how should we define angle of elevation? So it is acute angle formed by the horizontal and the line of sight while looking up. So that could be the definition of angle of elevation. Now after understanding the concept of angle of elevation, we will consider the same figure. We are going to find the height at which the plane is flying. So the known information in the figure is the angle of elevation is given, that is 30 degree, and the opposite is x, and the horizontal length is 4 meter, and the height of that person is 1.5 meter. So our aim here is to find the height at which the plane is flying. So height above the ground would be equals to x plus 1.5 meter. To determine the value of x, you can use again the concept of trig ratio. So which trigonometric ratio can we use? Considering angle 30, we know its adjacent and its opposite is unknown. We need to get the opposite length. We can use again tan ratio. So our equation would be tan 30 equals to x over 4, where x would be equals to tan 30 times 4, and we get x equals to 2.3. So height above the ground would be 2.3 plus 1.5, which is 3.8 meter. Hence the plane is flying at a height of 3.8 meter above the ground. Now let's move on with angle of depression. So an angle of depression is formed when you look at an object which is lying lower than us. So when you look down, the angle formed between the horizontal and the line of sight is called angle of depression, as shown in the figure. But you should remember that the horizontal, when we consider or when you talk about angle of depression, the horizontal is always above line of sight. So the definition of angle of depression can be the acute angle formed by the horizontal and the line of sight while looking down. Now let's do a problem related to angle of depression. So the problem we have here is, from the top of a cliff, the angle of depression from the horizontal towards a car is 30 degree. If the cliff is 60 meter high, how far is the car from the base of the cliff? So in this problem, we are asked to find the distance between the car and the base of the cliff. So somebody is looking at the car from the top of a cliff which is 60 meter tall. So let's translate this situation into a diagram to understand better. So there is a cliff which is 60 meter tall, and there is an object, that is a car, which is located on the ground, and the angle of depression formed is 30 degree. So we don't know the distance between the car and the base of the cliff. So we'll keep it as x, the unknown information. So looking at the diagram, which trig ratio can we use? So we can use again tan ratio to find the distance between the car and the base of the cliff. So the equation would be tan 30 equals to 60 over x. So x would be 60 over tan 30, which we get as 103.9 meter. So the distance between the car and the base of the cliff is 103.9 meter. So you are clear with the concept of an angle of elevation and an angle of depression. Now I want you all to do some practice questions on this topic. So let's read the practice questions together. Question 1. Karma is standing at the window of a tall building. Her eyes are 12.6 meter above the ground, and she is looking down at an object that is horizontal distance of 59 meter away from the base of the building. What is the angle of depression? The next question, question 2. Dawa is looking up at the top of the Chorten from 120 meter away. His eyes are 155 centimeter above ground level. The angle of elevation is 5 degree. Estimate the height of the Chorten. And next question number 3. A boy looks at the top of a tree from a window 15 meter above ground at an angle of elevation of 30 degree. He also looks at the base of the tree at an angle of depression of 60 degree. Calculate the height of the tree. And question number 4. Two students whose eyes are about 140 centimeter above ground are standing 150.2 meter apart, looking at the top of a hill from opposite sides. One is looking at an angle of 30 degree and the other at an angle of 35 degree. How high is the hill? So these are the practice questions I want you all to practice on your own based on the concept of an angle of elevation and angle of depression. So before we wind up today's lesson, let's revise or let's look back what we learned today. So basically today we learned how to calculate the side lengths and angles using the concept of trigonometry. Next we learned the meaning of angle of elevation and angle of depression. And finally we learned how to solve problems related to an angle of elevation and an angle of depression. Hope you all enjoyed this lesson. Thank you for attending this lesson.